Close your eyes. Listen carefully. What do you hear? Is it the subtle rustling of leaves, the distant hum of a city, or perhaps the gentle chirping of birds? The gentle breeze rustling through leaves, creating a soothing melody that calms the mind. The laughter of children playing in the distance, a joyful sound that brings warmth to the heart. The comforting hum of traffic, a reminder of the bustling life around us, always in motion. Our world is a symphony of sounds, a constant chorus that paints a vibrant tapestry of our daily lives. Each sound, no matter how small, contributes to the rich auditory landscape we inhabit. We often take sound for granted, barely noticing the subtle ways it shapes our experiences. From the rustle of leaves to the distant murmur of a city, sound is an integral part of our existence. But imagine, for a moment, a world without sound. A world where the familiar noises that comfort us are absent. A world where birdsong is absent, where music is unplayed, and the silence is deafening. Where conversations are rendered mute, and the silence stretches on, unbroken. It's a strange and unsettling thought, isn't it? The absence of sound can be disorienting, even eerie. Yet, this is the reality of outer space. A vast, silent expanse where sound cannot travel. This silence isn't just a quirk of the cosmos, it's a fundamental consequence of the laws of physics. Without a medium like air or water, sound waves have no way to propagate. To understand why space is silent, we need to first grasp the very nature of sound itself. Sound is a vibration that travels through a medium, and without that medium, there can be no sound. Imagine a pebble dropped into a still pond. Ripples, right? Those ripples are waves, spreading outward from the disturbance. Sound works in a similar way. Sound is created by vibrations. When something vibrates, it causes the surrounding air molecules to jiggle and bump into each other. These vibrations travel outward as sound waves, much like the ripples in our pond. These invisible waves reach our ears, causing our eardrums to vibrate. Our brain interprets these vibrations as sound, allowing us to hear the world around us. From the whisper of the wind to the roar of a rocket launch, it all boils down to vibrations traveling through a medium, most often air. But what happens when there's no air, no water, no medium for these vibrations to travel through? Well, that's where things get interesting and quiet. Space, as it turns out, is not entirely empty. It's a near-perfect vacuum. But what exactly does that mean? A vacuum is a region of space that is devoid of matter, or at least contains very little of it. Think of it like this. Imagine sucking all the air out of a balloon. What's left inside? Not much. That's essentially what a vacuum is, a region with very few particles bouncing around. Space, while not a perfect vacuum, comes incredibly close. It's billions of times emptier than even the best vacuum we can create here on Earth. Now, you might be wondering, if space isn't entirely empty, why is it still silent? The vast emptiness of space is a product of its very creation. Billions of years ago, the Big Bang spewed forth a massive amount of energy and matter. Over eons, gravity did its work, pulling most of this matter together to form stars and planets. This clumping left enormous regions of space sparsely populated with stray atoms and molecules. These particles, spread incredibly thin, are the reason space isn't a perfect vacuum. But they're so far apart, they rarely interact. It's like a few grains of sand scattered across a football field. There's just not enough there to create the kind of jostling needed for sound waves to travel. So, space is mostly empty because of gravity's work, leaving vast regions where sound, as we know it, simply can't exist. Let's revisit our sound wave analogy. Remember the ripples in the pond? They only form because the water molecules are close enough to bump into each other, transmitting the wave's energy. In the near-perfect vacuum of space, those water molecules are virtually non-existent. There are simply not enough particles around for sound waves to propagate. Imagine trying to have a conversation in a room completely devoid of air. You could shout at the top of your lungs, and your vocal cords would still vibrate. But without air molecules to carry those vibrations, your words would be trapped, lost in the silence of the void. That's the reality of sound in space. It's not just muted, it's fundamentally absent. The contrast between Earth and space is stark. Our planet is awash in sound, a testament to the presence of our atmosphere, a protective blanket of gases that hugs our planet and allows sound to thrive. Every rustle, every roar, every whisper is a reminder of this invisible ocean of air we live in. But venture beyond our atmosphere, into the realm of space, and you enter a profoundly different soundscape, one of pure silence. This silence, however, is not a sign of emptiness or inactivity. The cosmos is a dynamic and energetic place, full of powerful events, colliding galaxies, exploding stars, black holes devouring matter. These events do produce vibrations, but not the kind that our ears can hear. The silence of space is not a void to be feared, but rather a canvas upon which other wonders are revealed. It forces us to expand our perception of the universe, to move beyond the limitations of our human senses. Astronomers have become adept at listening to the cosmos in other ways, using instruments that can detect radio waves, X-rays, and gamma rays, forms of electromagnetic radiation that can travel through the vacuum of space. These cosmic whispers tell us stories of distant stars being born, black holes feasting on matter, and galaxies colliding in spectacular displays of energy. The silence of space, then, is not an impediment to understanding, but rather an invitation to explore the universe through different eyes, or rather, different instruments. Imagine trying to experience a symphony using only your sense of touch. You might feel the vibrations of the music, the rhythm, and the beat, but you'd miss the nuances, the melodies, the harmonies, and the full richness of the experience that comes from hearing the music. You might feel the vibrations of the music, but you'd miss the nuances, the melodies, the full richness of the experience. The same principle applies when we explore the cosmos using only one sense. That's how it is with exploring space using only our sense of hearing. We can detect some aspects, but we miss out on the complete picture. We need to employ other senses, so to speak, to truly grasp its wonders. Just as a symphony requires multiple instruments to create a full sound, our understanding of the universe requires multiple methods of observation. Telescopes are our eyes on the cosmos, revealing distant stars and galaxies. They allow us to see the light that has traveled for millions or even billions of years to reach us. Spectrometers analyze the light from these objects, telling us about their composition and movement. They break down the light into its component colors, revealing hidden details about the stars and galaxies. Radio telescopes detect the faint whispers of radio waves emitted by energetic objects, allowing us to map the structure of our galaxy and study the remnants of exploded stars. These radio waves carry information that light cannot, giving us a different perspective on the universe. By embracing these alternative ways of listening, we open ourselves to a deeper, richer understanding of the universe. Each method of observation adds a new layer to our knowledge, helping us to piece together the vast and complex puzzle of the cosmos. So, the next time you find yourself gazing up at a star-filled night sky, take a moment to appreciate the profound silence of space. It's a silence that speaks volumes about the nature of sound, the vastness of the cosmos, and the ingenuity of humans in finding ways to unravel the universe's mysteries. In a world that's often filled with noise and distractions, the silence of space offers a chance to reflect, to marvel, and to be humbled by the sheer scale and wonder of the universe we inhabit. It's a reminder that there's still so much out there to discover, to explore, and to understand. And while we may not be able to hear the universe's symphony directly, we can certainly learn to appreciate its music through the language of science and the spirit of exploration. This silence is not just an absence of sound, but a canvas for our thoughts and dreams. It invites us to ponder our place in the universe, to question, to seek answers. From the early days of stargazing to the modern era of space exploration, humanity has always been driven by a desire to understand the cosmos. This quest for knowledge is a testament to our enduring curiosity and our unyielding spirit. So, as you embrace the silence of the night sky, remember that you are part of a grand journey, a journey that spans generations and reaches for the stars. Embrace the silence and let it inspire you to explore the infinite possibilities that lie beyond.